Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Lauren Rachel Talk Show. I am with my very good friend, Alex Elkin. Thank you for being here.
Hey, it's a pleasure being had.
I abducted you from the airport today. I felt that it was necessary.
It's true. I could have been spending my time twiddling my thumbs in a 6-hour layover at Phoenix Harbor, but I decided to be miserable with you.
Yes, well.
This is a nice studio. They really did you right.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah, that was really...
They're very sweet.
Yeah, I was a little upset. They didn't have the prosciutto that I asked for in the green room. But you know what? We're going to let that slide because we were a couple of minutes late.
We were rushing. And what made us late, Alex? Do you want to tell them what happened?
Oh, you're going to blame me on this? This was not... No. This was not my diva-ness that got us... Okay, so look. There's something, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, I don't know if your listening audience is aware of this, but there's something called FPF. And when it is not FPF, you've heard of ADA, right? Mm-hmm. ADA, right? They get their ramps, but the fat people friendlies, they don't get their... They don't get the FPFs. And we walked into a diner, which you think, I mean, if you serve a biscuit that's quoted, 4 inches, if it says it's 4 inches high, that you know who you're catering to.
Yes.
All right? Let's quit with the booths. Anyway, they had one booth left. And it was a big, large booth, probably for a group of 6, maybe 4, But the two of us walked in, and they said, that booth is for larger groups. And I said, well, we're a large group. But they didn't like that answer.
They didn't like the humor.
They didn't. Yeah, they couldn't see. He couldn't play. The kid was what, 22?
Yeah,
maybe?
no sense of humor.
Yeah. He graduated from college with a degree in not having a sense of humor. Anyway, we said, well, can we just sit at the booth? And they said, actually, we're saving
it.
We're saving that booth for a larger group that might show up.
That makes me crazy.
They don't have a reservation.
No.
They don't have a phone call.
That's not an option.
There's not even this place isn't even on Facebook. So it's not like anybody's like, going, oh, I can't wait. We're just gonna go to the super place.
The Welcome Diner.
Yeah. We're gonna name them?
They called it I'm sorry, but it was very unwelcoming. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it was unwelcome, and I'll tell you what.
we're gonna name them.
It was crazy that they would sit there and literally pass up business.
Yeah. I guess we'll go down the street.
Well, I guess, but tell me this business plan when they took it to the bank and said, well, we want to start up a business called Welcome Diner, and this is the object of it. What we're going to do is hope that more people come. Now, the ones that do, we might not seat them. We might not. No, maybe we will. But we're going to hope that a larger group will show up. That's our business plan. Can we have $40,000 to start our Welcome Diner? Yeah. And the bank said, well, sure.
Sure, sounds great.
No. That was not part of the business plan. But now after COVID, when everybody was like, customer service, wank, nobody wants to do it.
Yeah.
And so it was easier. It was easier for him to say, we're actually waiting for a larger group they're not here yet, but they may be coming later. We don't know.
That was his polite way of saying he doesn't want to work.
Right. So what you're saying is
we can serve you less if you leave. So
I'm sure you're aware of the old adage. Everybody knows this old adage. Get rid of that bird in your hand. There might be 2 in the bush.
Right. That's what he did.
So that's what he did.
So we didn't eat there.
Yeah. Got rid of.
So we went the other side of town.
We did. We went.
Ironically, they had no booths in that place, but it was still better service.
It was. It was, and it was much better service, and a little lacking in their cinnamon roll. Normally,
It was very lacking.
Now, I prefer my cinnamon rolls with frosting, and
That's
apparently,
kind of the
I don't know
thing.
if it's the culture here in Arizona where you just want everything dry, but I don't think they make them with water even. There was nothing. I needed 4 cups of coffee to choke down that cinnamon roll.
I've never seen anything like that. It's kind of like if you try to make some and just save them for days later, and what it's like if it's been sitting out and the frosting has since absorbed and it's very hard. It was like that.
Yeah. I'm getting a little aroused. I think that they were honestly trying to tell me something. I think somebody in the kitchen ordered.
Ooh.
Yeah, they ordered the fat guy special.
They're like, he doesn't get any frosting.
I need a cinnamon roll for a future diabetic. They're like they've got a code for them. Yeah. They call us a PPD. We're a possible pre-diabetic.
They also conveniently forgot my chocolate chips for my pancake too.
They didn't put a lot of.
I'd ask for them. There were none.
There were none in the bottom even?
No.
See, I thought she ordered a chocolate chip pancake
I was living a little today.
as any adult would.
Yes, because I like when they have a smiley face.
You got to go to IHOP for that. That's
Wow. I didn't know that was their thing. I just thought
the
anywhere.
thing is like IHOP over the years, they need to add an E. It should be called I hope.
Yes.
I hope. I hope they got my order. I hope I don't get sick. I hope this doesn't cost $75 for a pancake with a smiley chocolate chip in it.
Yeah. And it didn't happen for me.
You'll have to forgive me. And, the audience right now is looking at this show going,
they talk
you know
about
what?
his food.
You probably didn't need the cinnamon roll in the first place. Everyone has turned into a Hank Hill just, well, I'll tell you what, that cinnamon roll ain't quite what you're needing there, fatty.
I just feel like we're in a time and place where businesses are struggling, and if we order something, that's what we should get. I think that's fair.
If you pay for it, you should get it, is all I'm saying. And, frankly, I don't know about you, but one of my biggest pet peeves, and maybe it is because I'm a fat guy, but one of my biggest fat guy pet peeves is paying for a meal that I hate.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I hate that.
Because I even asked you, I said, where do you want to go when I pick you up from the airport? Where do you want to go for lunch? And you're like, oh, I don't mind like a hole in the wall. So like, you're set the bar really low to begin with.
Oh, absolutely. Just, if there's flies buzzing around it.
Yeah.
That's what
But then they won't let you just sit in the damn booth. And they wanted to sit at the bar.
They were saving it for more flies.
And the bar was totally empty, but the stools were like this close to each other. So we're going to eat like this.
And the stools were like 6 feet high.
Yeah.
I felt like Jack and the Beanstalk climbing up on this thing. Like, when are we going to get there?
I'm very short. I have short legs. I'm very, like I mentioned, I'm very long in the spine, short in the leg. It would have been very uncomfortable for me because I have to hunch to eat like this.
Yes.
Yes.
It's very.
I don't do well on bar
You know what?
stools.
You're like the female Guy Fieri. You're like the Gal Fieri.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
Gal Fieri.
It's uncomfortable.
Because she does do the hunch when she eats because she's got an Amazon spine.
I have a very long spine.
It's Amazonian.
It is.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
That's a good thing to have.
Do you know a comedian named Tony B? Have you met him yet?
Tony B.
He's from here. He's very funny. He does the Day Drinker special on Amazon. He's very funny. If you haven't met him yet, I'll introduce you. But anyway,
that's who I like to meet. More successful comedians.
Yeah. No, but the reason there's
you
a
should
point
have
to
him
this.
on your show.
There's a
Are we
point to
done?
this. No, but he got in my rental car. I think he walked me to my car and I want him to drive back to the Ha Ha Club because that was in North Hollywood.
Oh, the Ha Ha Cafe?
Yes.
Yes, I worked that many years ago.
Yes, and I was like, I'm not gonna have you. It was dark, and I was like, I'll just drop you back off at the club. So he gets in the rental car, and he goes, he's like, are you in a booster seat or something? Because it was like, and he was sitting really low, and I was top of the roof, and he's like, what is going on? And I never felt so masculine as a woman.
Really?
I gotta tell you.
You should arm wrestle. You'll feel better about yourself. My gout is flaring up. Hey, can I tell you how I got banned from the Ha Ha Cafe?
No, I'd love to hear it.
It was a stupid joke.
I can't get in yet, so I mean, you've already beat me. Don't
it's
throw my
easy to get out.
sparkles.
It's. Oh, that wasn't me. That was a chair. I swear to God. And the cinnamon roll. It was the year was 1999. And the Ha Ha Cafe, I don't know if you know this, has been going through a lot of cosmetic changes on the inside, and they're always constantly changing and moving things around.
Sure.
Stage is never quite where it always is, and then in every from one year to the next.
Jazz it up, yeah.
But they've never fixed the bathrooms. And my joke was they should actually turn the H and the A around because when you walk into the bathroom, it's a cafe.
That's funny.
I thought it was funny. Jack, the owner, not so much. Oh. So I
haven't met him. I just
why
know
are
Jack
you
Jr.
Why are you telling me this? And
That's
then
funny.
I was no longer welcome.
I think it's
thought it
mostly
was
Jack
funny.
Jr. running it, so maybe they'll have you back.
Jack Jr.
Yes, he's cool.
Yeah,
He's
and
nice.
maybe they cleaned the bathroom since 1999.
Yes.
I've been doing comedy a long time, Lauren Rachel. I was doing comedy back when you were just Lauren.
Oh yeah.
Like
I had another name.
We would go to the Comedy Store in our covered wagons, and we'd light our candle, and we'd do comedy.
You were during the Mitzi days.
Yeah, it was great. I
love that.
Yeah, we'd all put on our we did
Bonnets.
whiteface back then. We didn't do it's a pure whiteface. We were it was tried to be very sensitive, culturally sensitive.
Oh, God.
That's what the 90s were all about, being culturally sensitive.
Yes, they were. And Living Color was a great show, by the way.
Absolutely. I mean, check out if you
that
look
show.
at the documentary American Pie, you'll see that inclusivity was really the word of the 90s.
It was pretty great. It was pretty great. Yeah. I loved Men on Film with the tiny little hat.
Oh,
I
I'll
hated
give it a.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I loved Men on Film.
Yes, but you.
It's raining man.
Good.
Hallelujah. You know what it was? The 2000s, Tyler Perry threw an R in Hallelujah, and then everything changed.
Everything changed.
It went
with
down
that.
south. It went down south is
It
what
really
happened.
did.
It went south.
He looks great in an old lady outfit, though.
You remember when he was in that movie and it said, Tyler Perry, like you've never seen him before. And
That's
I
for
thought,
sure.
as a man?
Right?
Remember he played some kind of spy?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's mostly Medina it up.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he cross-dressed in that. Was he playing J. Edgar Hoover?
I don't.
That's for the younger crowd. You'll have to Google that one. We'll give you a moment. Do, 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 do. J.
That's
Edgar
very
Hoover
funny.
wore a
That's
dress.
so funny.
All right, anyway.
No, someone called into my show when I was at the other
We
station.
can take calls?
Not here.
Oh,
no, someone
so
did it, and he was
great.
asking me about Jimmy Hoffa, and the other girl was like, I don't know. I go, I've heard of him. I know that they lost the body. I know he's
They
a
found him.
teamster. Did they find him?
You don't know?
No.
Yeah. He was under one of the pillars of a major sports stadium.
Did they really?
It was some major city. I don't remember which
I
one.
didn't know they found him.
Oh, they found him.
Are you messing with me?
I'm not messing with you. Listen, I only bring
I don't know,
truth
I
and
can't
love
Google.
to the Lauren Rachel show. I only bring truth and
Please,
love.
just call me Lauren while we're here.
Okay, I'm not calling you anything till I get paid. So
That's fun. I tried to pay you with cinnamon rolls, but it didn't go well this morning.
you know what? If I got paid in those cinnamon rolls, I would consider this an insult, Lauren Rachel.
It was pretty bad.
I really would.
It was like a frisbee. I was like, you opened the thing.
Not
I go,
even
what the fuck is
the
that?
dog wouldn't catch it if it was a
bad.
frisbee.
It was pretty bad. What the fuck is that? It looked like a coaster. I was
No,
like, what is this?
you can say F. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's my show. I don't give. You can say whatever you want.
Okay. All right.
I asked somebody on the other show. I was asking about China, and I said, "What does communism taste like?" So that's how we started the show.
Oh, really?
It was great.
It tastes like little tiny dick.
No.
You can't say that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how Instagram Live feels about it, but we're good on here. They're like, you're not helping your YouTube followers. I only have 75 anyway. It's growing. We're growing. I'm more of a grower, not a shower. You know what I mean?
Oh, tell me about it, baby. I'm part Irish.
Oh,
I had a pretty decent. I was growing my social media following on Instacart, but then what happened was I posted a video of my daughter. She was young at the time, and still.
I don't like
loved
it where
me.
this is going. What's happening?
Well, no, it was good though because we were doing a Bible lesson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
okay.
I asked her 3 questions. I said, who built the ark? And she said, Noah.
Sure.
Right. And I said, and who is the most powerful? And she said, Jesus.
Nice.
And I said, and who is the evil? And she said, the ladies on The View. So that video.
That's fabulous.
It was. And that video started to get about 80,000, almost 100,000 views.
Are you serious?
And I'm not kidding. And I got hacked. And I couldn't access my account. And I lost everything, all my phone, and here's what pisses me off about it still. Here's what makes me mad about it still is the account is still up, so people when they think they're following me, they'll go to that account, and I can't shut it down. And I've contacted Instagram, they don't like me.
Yeah.
They don't like me. They saw my behavior on Facebook,
Yes.
and they're like, you know what? You're lucky we don't talk to Tom over at MySpace.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
lucky you're here.
I've been shadow banned since 2020, and I messaged them at corporate about it. Like, just define what you mean by shadow ban. I go, well, when I sign into my other account for my chiropractic thing and I look at this, I can't find it. So I think if I'm looking for myself, that's kind of a sign, you know?
Yeah, I start to wonder, like, when my profile shows up on other people's computers, does a red flag pop up or something? Because I've got 5,000 friends.
There's a big warning label. It
thousands.
flashes.
Yeah, exactly. He
yeah.
thinks children still should learn about capitalism. There's only boys and girls. Just crazy ideas like that.
Don't follow him. Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Crazy.
follow that guy.
Gen X,
He's
terrifying.
he's like that lunatic back in the 80s, Mr. Rogers. He
That guy
told
was
us only
great
girls
around
could
us.
be mommies. What in the world?
Yeah, that guy was great around zippy sweaters, though. Let me tell you about The View, though. Sidebar. You know I've got a Great Dane puppy, right? Did I tell you that?
Yeah, it's not so great, though. I didn't get a Christmas card last year.
Sorry. Well, he doesn't sit still very long. But here's the thing. He likes to watch television, and in particular, we do not know why, but he loves Whoopi Goldberg. That is his jam. He loves her, knows her name, brings her presents to the television. So when I go out for the day, we leave The View on for him.
Oh, do you?
He doesn't know what they're saying.
That's wonderful.
And he likes
Well-
that and Sister Act. It's very weird.
Okay, well, it's understandable. Dogs,
Many degrees of Whoopi.
Yeah, dogs love shit. So,
It's cute though. He brings her presents, and I'm
Right.
like, do you want to see Whoopi? His tail wags. He loves her.
He turns into Jumpin' Jack Flash.
He does. He loves her. It's really cute. It's just it's very specific because he'll bark at Joe Rogan. I'm like, you are not.
Even I like Sister Act.
Well,
So
yeah.
it's a good flick.
Or the sequel, Back in the Habit.
Yes, that was all right.
It's a solid title.
It was a solid sequel.
Pretty good. And you are on your way, you said, to do a cruise out of Florida today?
Yeah, I got hired to do cruise ship comedy.
I love that.
Not the good ones, though, Carnival. I'm getting.
But they're the fun ships.
They really are, though. They're my people. It's a trailer park on the water.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 4,000 white people in wife beaters, and we're already out of PBR before we leave the port.
Oh, that's a good sign.
It's a good time.
That's fun.
Yes,
slides.
I'm off to join the Carnival Pride. No relation.
No. I don't know why they brought you on.
I don't know why they brought me. Because I'm
You're
just
called
a big, scary bear.
You're a bear.
Roar.
Yes.
No, I have no idea why. But I'm just, you know what? It's a unicorn in this business, Lauren Rachel. I'll tell you what. Because in comedy that finding steady work and a paycheck together, yikes, huh? I mean, this isn't even paying. What am I doing here? Are we done?
It was about the cinnamon rolls. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the last few shows I did on the road cost me money, so that's okay.
Oh,
Vegas isn't great.
I do those gigs though too. I did Causies in Virginia.
Okay.
Because it's been around since 1991. It's one of those old school comedy clubs that probably Seinfeld passed through, in his heyday, and all anybody that was anybody, and at the time did their run at Causies, and I lost my ass and took a bath on that trip.
But it was fun.
But I did it too,
yes.
because I feel like I got to the comedy party too late.
Yes.
I grew up watching Carson, and when I wanted to do comedy, I wanted to get called over to his couch.
Yes.
I wanted to see that happen,
Totally.
And by the time I was 13, he was retired, and and Letterman was great, but I didn't pursue that. Like I guess I really didn't care as much as I wanted. I wanted Carson. Yeah. I wanted that old school feel.
And now even Leno's not doing.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. I mean, the best I could have had was maybe getting coffee with Seinfeld in a car or something. Now, I don't know. You know what I'm doing? My goals have changed in comedy. I don't want what I thought I wanted then. What I want now is a steady paycheck.
There you go.
I want to be able to just work regularly, do what I love, and I'm putting food on the table for the family. My wife doesn't have to work. My kids are happy and healthy. They got wrestling cleats, and I'm able to go to the meets. You know what I mean?
And you have to buy a lot of conditioner with that hair.
You got to buy. Oh yeah, and most of it, 70% is a conditioner budget. In fact, I'm raising my own livestock. I've actually got several emu that you don't have to kill them to get their fat. It's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is
they'll
cool.
sweat it out.
Oh,
and
nice.
you just
Bonus.
it's beautiful. It takes several years to get an ounce, but I figure by 2027, I am going to be shimmering like tomorrow's sunrise.
Like Orion's belt. You sure are.
That's much better than what I came up with. Can we do that in editing? I'll be shimmering like Orion's belt.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. I like that.
I just stole that line. Look at me. I'm Robin Williams.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm alive.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, too soon? Come
soon.
on. He would have loved that joke.
He would have loved it. I loved him.
I don't know
I
him.
loved him.
I didn't know him.
Hey,
he, what's his name died?
Who? That's fucked up.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
No. You know who I'm talking about. He invented this
Awkward
is dead
Funeral?
air. No, he was doing the sitcoms. And anyway, never mind. I don't have his name. Can we cut this? This is bad. It's bad radio.
You're fine.
Never mind. Please go to your card.
Oh, yes. What's on the card?
Kind of a name bullshit.
I wanted to ask you. Okay, so you've been doing cruises for a while.
I have.
Do you have?
And I'm on my way to Tampa to get on the Pride. There we go.
Where are you going on this?
We're going to the Panama Canal, which
Okay.
is exciting. I've never seen it.
Do you get to see any sloths?
It's a big
or
hole in the
anything?
water, apparently. What?
Oh, well,
Sloths?
Yeah.
Oh, they're all over the ship. Are you kidding me? Did you ever see the documentary Wall-E by Pixar? Yeah, it's a lot like that.
Oh, that's
except
cool.
for without the floating chairs. They still move,
funny.
but they don't float.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, where are you gonna stop in Panama for a bit? Though?
Well, that's the cool thing about being the comic on the ship. Other than the 30-day or 30-minute work days, which are kind of a bear, the rest of the time I just get to be a regular guest and do whatever I want to do. I got to go on an excursion,
Okay, what'd you do?
so a lot of people go on these excursions and they go through the ship, which they should because they're skinny and beautiful and they can get sex trafficked like that. Me, I'm not worried about getting. First of all, nobody wants to sex this. First of
Right.
all, secondly, good luck trafficking. trafficking it. You know what I mean? And I'm not even getting in the van unless I see the tacos. So, and then after that,
or
sex,
ice cream.
Sure, right.
Sure.
And so I went to Jamaica and thought I was going to go see I wanted to see the real Jamaica. Oh. So I left the port area,
So
which is
you
Epcot
were trying to get
Center.
some weed, basically.
I was trying to score some weed.
Yeah. just say it.
And but that's where I met Lincoln. And Lincoln owned his own cabin. He was smoking weed, which smelled really good.
Oh,
and
wow.
he said, "Hey, my name's Lincoln, and I grew up here in Jamaica, man. I own my own cab. I'm gonna take you around. I'm gonna show you the real Jamaica, man. I'm gonna show you the real Jamaica."
That sounds solid.
Yeah, it sounded solid. This fucker took me on errands.
You're buying groceries and shit.
Oh yeah, we're sitting at the DMV for like 90 minutes. Like, hey, are we gonna? He's like, "This is the real Jamaica, which is a tropical paradise for everybody, man. We got shit to do.
He's like, hold my eggs. I
I
don't
gotta
want
pick up my kids at 3:30. It was ridiculous. Jamaica sucks.
the little tags.
I wish I got sex trafficked.
Oh, that probably would have been more fun. Yeah.
At least I would have got
considering-
tacos.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
You ever had a Jamaican taco?
I haven't been there yet.
Full
but
of jerks.
Again, I mean, I'm not as young as I used to be, but I have concerns about the travel.
Oh, really? Oh, it's not bad. Yeah.
I'll just avoid Lincoln. That's fine. What's like one of your favorite cruises you've been on? Because you've gone all
Oh,
over the
definitely
place.
the ones where I got laid. No, I'm kidding. I've never been laid.
On the cruise?
No, ever.
Not on the cruise.
No, I'm still waiting. I'm still a virgin.
Oh, nice. I didn't get that vibe.
No, my favorite cruise.
Yeah.
Gosh, you know what it is when I get to work with a comic that I haven't seen in years and years.
Okay.
My very first cruise back from COVID, after everything was everything. I don't know if you celebrated COVID here in Arizona, but
No.
the cruise ships.
California we
celebrated
did, that's why I
hard.
left.
They celebrated it hard. They shut it down for a while,
Yes.
and so when we all came back, it was very celebratory. And I came back, and I was on the Carnival Miracle, and I remember it was called the Miracle because they gave me a cabin with a
window?
beautiful. No, I had a balcony.
Ooh.
Oh, I could step out.
That is a
and
miracle.
smoke my Jamaican weed. It was so beautiful. It was a miracle.
Nice.
And I got to work with, I don't know if you know DJ Cooch out of LA, but I came up with him back in the early 2000s. We've watched each other grow, and he's done some amazing things in comedy. And for us to just come back and connect there in that moment was fantastic. Plus, we got to stop in Ensenada, which was
cool.
kind of his stomping grounds.
Sure.
And he showed me around, and we went to some really great restaurants and some food carts, and we went to a bar that invented the margarita.
What?
In the early 1900s,
Are they able to claim that?
This bar had a relationship with the only grocery store within 100 miles in the area.
For what, ice?
In Ensenada for ice. That's right. They were
Safe
They were
ice.
the only ones allowed to.
The kind you can drink and
Right.
then go on a plane and not
so
shit the plane.
they would.
Okay.
The place is called Husong's.
Really?
Husong's, and
remember that.
they created the very first margarita, and they used 400 Conejos, the rabbit, tequila that's made
Yes.
in Tijuana, and it was fantastic.
That sounds
It was
good.
it was que auténtico.
That sounds
I
good.
was yo hablo español and all this stuff.
That
I was
sounds good.
they brought me back to my stomping grounds because I grew up in San Dimas, California. San Dimas
Right.
High School football rules.
There you go.
And
You have to say that.
so I grew up, in and around that culture. So I love Hispanic culture. I love
Yes.
Mexicans. I love
California, the food is so much better. than here.
well, the food is better, but
It's not good here in Arizona. I should have warned you.
I never felt more welcome, even with my own family, than I did with my friend John Moreses, who would invite me over to his family's parties.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd party throughout the night. And
Yes.
that's where you try your first beer. It's where you kiss your first girl. It's
Yeah.
those kind of things.
That's
and
cool.
unless you live in Tennessee, then it's it's family time. But I did it with them. And that builds a relationship, and I love that culture. I love
Yes.
that culture. So I enjoy going back there. That's probably my favorite cruise. So shout
sounds
out
like fun.
shout out to DJ Cooch and all the Mexicans down there in Ensenada.
See, you make me want to try another cruise because I've been on two. Both were bad. First one was like a family one. And
Oh, that's gonna be bad. Yeah.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah,
and
you wanna
then
bring your family.
as adults, my parents booked my brother and I in the same cabin.
Oh, funsies.
we're like in our late 20s. We're like,
Yeah.
this is fucking weird.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. And then the second one, I broke my leg the first 5 minutes. So
Oh.
I'm on crutches and a jazzy scooter. Not just for fat people at Walmart, also great for cruises.
Oh yeah. They're fantastic. You
I
can hover around
cruised
anywhere.
On that in Key West. I had a little sailor hat on.
Did you?
I had my friend in the basket. We each had a cocktail. It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was like a little inexpensive Uber. I should have charged people, but
Yes.
I didn't. I regret that.
I've been to Key West, and every place in Key West, it boasts either one of two things: Hemingway drank here,
Yes.
or best key lime pie
What's
in
up
Key
with
West.
that? I know.
And I'll tell you, best key lime pie and place where Hemingway drank, 2-in-1. CVS. Can't beat it.
Honestly, we went for a week too long. That is not a week-long trip.
No.
That
Here's
was a
the thing.
mistake.
Let me tell you something about cruises, y'all. Cruises are reconnaissance missions. That's all they are.
Yes.
They're for you to check out where you actually want to go on vacation.
Yes.
They're not vacations. They're just sort of like
You're there for 4 hours.
Yeah, they drop you
Yeah.
off on the island. You get 45 minutes after you've shuttled
Just
there and
enough.
back.
A taste of
just
the
to get a
world.
taste of and every port is the same. It's all Epcot Center.
Yes.
They're selling you jewels and T-shirts, and you
Yes.
can get you
Get
can
your hair braided? Did you get your hair braided?
I wouldn't do it. They tricked me.
Oh, no.
Because everybody in Jamaica,
Wants to braid that hair.
they want to braid your hair.
I wanna braid your hair.
From doctors down to Uber drivers, they'll stop with their, hey man, let me, fat Jesus, let me braid your hair.
I want to put beads in that
Oh,
so bad. I was thinking about it all morning.
Yes.
Just saying.
I know.
I wanted to hear it.
They want to, and they tricked me. Finally, they got me. Like $1 a braid. I'm like, all right, finally.
Oh, no.
412 braids later, these sons of bitches.
You had a lot of hair.
I couldn't blink for 3 days.
Did
it
they
was
go for
tighter
the
than a
chest too,
Cuban
or just
cigar.
the head?
Oh my God! I'm just walking around this island blind. Anybody seen the boat? Can you spit in my eyes, please?
Oh, wow. That's
Couldn't
a
blink.
lot.
It was terrible.
Oh, I made a mistake of getting a henna tattoo. I fell for the cruise line,
Yeah.
decor for my body.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck they used, but it wasn't henna because that lasted like 6 months. Whatever it was,
Oh, they used Jenga.
it was really on there.
Yeah. And what did you get?
It was horrible. Something
And where?
tribal. It was on my back, of course.
On your back.
Yes, it was
Oh, good. So your
tribal.
husband has something to read.
Yes, it was tribal and it had like a flower. I was like, I'll make it feminine yet tribal.
Yeah.
Horrible. And I tried everything. I had paint thinner. I had nail polish remover.
Oh, that's good for your skin.
Scrub. It was like 3 months in. I was like, get this thing off
Why
me.
are you so worried about what's on your back anyway?
I knew it was there.
Oh, really? That's it?
And I was a little worried because I'm like, I don't remember them using needles, but this feels permanent. Are you sinking into my tiny couch?
No, I'm
Do you want
too
to switch
big.
couches?
No, I don't want to switch couches. I'm too big for this couch. We're over halfway through with this anyway.
Did you feel like you're in a dollhouse?
Yeah, if you want
Welcome
to
to
start,
my
if you start the
dollhouse.
music and stop it, and if we sit down, somebody's out, then I'll play that. But no, I just feel nervous around these tiny little couches, that look like they're dollhouses and stuff. 'Cause
It is- it
I'm
is-
just the kind of guy that would Chris Farley this shit in a heartbeat, and just
Do you remember that from Shallow Hal? And he's like, what is this booth made out of? They're all steel. And Bet the Leg. Remember that?
I never saw that.
Oh my God, it's
Yeah,
Gwyneth Paltrow.
it's Jack Black, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow,
And
yeah.
she's rather robust, but he doesn't know that.
Now this was before she started vaginal candles, right?
Yes.
Because
Her new conglomerate.
nobody would want my 600-pound live vaginal candle unless it smelled like KFC.
I was gonna say it smells like chicken.
Yeah, I would buy a KFC candle.
That's delicious. By the way,
It's finger sticking good.
I don't want to ruin it for you, but people will share their horror stories of working in fast food. They just reheat that stuff for days.
What's that?
KFC. Don't eat it.
You know what?
Anything you get there is like 4 days old.
I'm not getting paid by them or anything, but I'm telling you, you want good fried chicken? Albertsons.
Really?
Oh yeah, Albertsons fried
Really?
chicken.
Wow.
It's the best, and you're gonna get $5.99 for what do you want? 700 pieces? 800? What do you need?
I think that's Safeway out here, but yeah, they had
Okay,
good sushi
probably.
too. It was good. They had really good sushi. We're like, oh, this is.
Oh really? No, I
That
strictly.
felt like a gamble.
I'm
but
strictly
it was good.
7-Eleven or gas stations if I'm doing sushi. But,
Gross.
yeah. And you don't even need wasabi. It's spicy enough as it is. It's
Oh, yeah.
incredible.
It's
Yeah,
a
it gives you a
real-
real zing.
Yeah, if I want to lose an extra couple of pounds for an event or something, that's
Right.
usually what I'll do.
Gas station sushi?
Yeah,
It's a diet.
it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to be committed. That's, it'll teach you about endurance.
Well, I will say this. You probably have a strong stomach with all the traveling you're doing. I've mentioned it during my stand-up. I'm a little concerned with the sheer number of people that are ruining airplanes, just destroying the aisles from stomach issues.
Oh, yeah.
And it's more than one. It's been like 5 people. I don't know what's happening.
It's been recent. Yeah, I heard
They've
about
gone
the
feral.
guy
It's a new
who
word.
left, I think it was,
Thank
he
you,
left
Ashley
Atlanta. He left Atlanta on the way to Spain and had explosive diarrhea
all over the plane.
all over the people.
I didn't hear that one.
Oh.
That must have been the sequel. I didn't hear
Oh,
about
man,
that.
yeah,
Back
he-
in the habit.
Right. Yeah, good luck cleaning it out of that one.
Oh, God.
Oh man, I mean, you sign up for main cabin and you
Yes.
think, okay, I'm going to be uncomfortable, but you don't think I'm going to be covered in feces. Uncomfortable.
That's pretty bad.
Right?
Have you had any like terrible things happen? Well, let's just say on a ship, not necessarily one you've worked with, but just on a ship in general. Have you had any scary
Oh my God!
situations?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I was on a ship where we ran out of bagels. Oh, if you want to watch a 70-year-old lose their shit.
That's pretty funny. Was that one coming out of New York or what?
Yeah. No, actually, speaking of New York, I was on a ship, and I'm not going to mention the name or anything because it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. But I'll tell you what, the cruise did not go as planned. It was a 9-day cruise, and we were supposed to spend 5 days on islands, but storms were getting in the way, and we could not get to any of them. And so by day 7, and we're out on the water, this is like Columbus's voyage. People are getting mutinous. You know, they're like, I'm grabbing a butter knife from the kitchen, and we're going to take this boat over.
Because they're stuck on the boat.
Because they're stuck
the
on the
time.
boat. And
That's
they're
what
not,
happened to us on our first one.
Well,
with my family.
It was bad.
I
Well,
feel
it's
like that was
bad when
worse.
it was New Yorkers. Okay, so we had a bunch of New Yorkers, and it was just before school started, so they all brought their kids. And here's what happened, and I'm not kidding. These kids from 12 to 17 were starting to band together based on the boroughs that they lived in New York and forming gangs.
On the boat.
And they were fighting each other in and around the ship in hallways. And they would drag each other into rooms. They would find little quiet areas and beat the crap out of some poor kid. They were literally out on the deck trying to throw each other from the 11th floor onto the 10th where the pool was. It was a madhouse. I saw...
Wow. All that over some bagels.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, well, you don't mess with a New Yorker and their bagels. You don't get in the way of a bagel. I need a schmear or nobody lives.
That's really funny.
So I got off stage on my last night, and I'm not kidding. I go to the smoking deck to watch other people smoke.
The smoking deck. Were you wearing a smoking jacket?
I was, and I was talking like this. And I got up on the tile floor. I'm not kidding. They were cleaning up splotches. I mean, pools, splashes of blood.
Wow.
Some kid had gotten his hands on a box cutter and cut open another kid.
What the hell?
What the hell is right? You didn't even pay for this, Junior. Wow. What are you doing cutting people up? What could you be so mad about?
On a boat.
On this boat that you did. There's an arcade here.
They have, don't they,
They have
like
24-hour pizza and ice cream.
ice cream buffets and
right?
stuff. Sprinkles make everything better.
My God.
Sprinkles make everything
What
better.
are you so mad about?
You're really selling me on the cruise stories.
Well, it was fun to watch.
Well, yeah.
But
You look like a bouncer. I wouldn't mess with you.
I'm not touching him. That's not part of. No, I make people laugh.
You're all. This is not my job.
So that's the thing. That is not my job. And they keep trying to give me more jobs when I get on the ship. Like when I get on the boat, I don't live there. You know, I don't live on the boat like a lot of the other people that do.
Sure.
They're on there for like 10 months, 12 months out of the year.
Yeah,
you know, working 16-hour days.
It's a lot.
You know, no breaks. And and they keep them working that way so that they're too tired to flee. So, and recently though, I got to say, Carnival's been really good though. We've recently started giving them windows so they can dream, and now
so they can dream.
So now, I don't know where I was going with that, but.
They try to give you jobs to do on the boat.
Yes. Oh, I don't have a lot of jobs to do. I have the comic job, and they keep trying to give me more jobs. Like, in fact, they do have a thing called the vessel familiarization, where they actually I get on the boat and they walk me around the ins and outs of the boat in case an emergency.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do they make you do the muster drills?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like.
Do you get your own private muster
drill?
drill?
No, I have to go through
every time
with all the other fuel.
Although you do this like you're on a cruise twice a month?
I try to ditch them. I try to, when they go to do the mustard drill, you'll find me up on Lido, just pretending to be.
Is it called mustard drill?
No, it's muster, as
That's
in
what I thought.
you were mustering.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
And they make you do it every time.
Oh my God.
And you're
it's
doing
so
2 or
stupid.
3 a month,
and I keep
right?
trying to tell them with my vest and my whistle, I'm not the one.
I'm good.
You know what I mean? I'm the comedian.
I'm good.
Don't give me authority in the event of an emergency. If we hit an iceberg on the way to the Bahamas, I'm not like the band on the Titanic. You're not gonna catch me telling jokes on Lido as we're sinking down into the briny blue. It was an honor making you all laugh. 2 priests walk into a hell no. That's not happening.
No,
I'm getting on a lifeboat. I'm stepping on babies.
They pay you well, but not that
I will
well.
kick a pregnant woman in the back. I'm going home.
I'm not sinking with Carnival. Yeah.
I'm not going down with 7,000 Filipinos.
Oh, and that's the one time those slides will probably be really ironic. That's really funny.
I'll send people downstairs. Yeah, Captain said go below decks. I don't know.
I don't know. We're good.
Close
We're
the
good
door
up
behind
here.
you. I have a whistle.
God, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I feel like you would make it more fun if they let you lead, like at least let you lead the muster drill. Like maybe like give you a little, a couple grand bonus.
Nothing would get done. Nothing would. Nobody
It'd be
would
like
know
the
where
show.
to go.
So I'm like, who needs a cue card?
Nobody would know where to go. They'd be looking for the fat guy from Hawaii Five-0. Hey, we're just looking. Anybody seen Hagrid? We're supposed to follow Hagrid. That's all it would be. Nobody knows my name on this. My name will be posted on a 40-foot tall billboard
great.
on the ship that's in digital letters, and they'll still call me, Fat Aquaman or something on the boat. So.
At least they put the Aquaman in there.
Yeah, but they don't mean it nicely.
Aww.
He's a good-looking dude. They don't mean it that way.
I feel like you're doing a little better. I gotta say, no one really mentions this. He's got a bit of a bum eye. He's got a wander. There's a wander there in Momoa. It's just.
Oh, I'd blow him.
I'm just saying, no one
You're not
fixates
screwing
on
his
the,
eye, Lauren Rachel.
Well, we all have our things, right? Like
Well,
I've got
what's
my
your
things.
thing?
Oh, well, anything from like the chin down is just, I mean, let's
Useless?
just say, I'm just glad God bless me with a pretty face. Okay, it allows me to skip the gym every now and then.
Right.
Most of the year.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's just a hot mess.
You're pretty easy to look at, Lauren Rachel.
Thank you. The sequins help. It's midday.
I
but
want
I'm wearing a shiny coat.
I want a sequin jacket for the ship. I would
I
love to
should
wear
have brought
that.
you one for this show.
Yeah.
I feel like you weren't prepared.
Do they make it in my size?
I mean, we can find a way. Maybe a hoodie.
surprised.
How pretentious would that be? Like a
Oh,
sequin
a
hoodie?
sequin hoodie?
That'd be cute.
Absolutely.
I'll
yeah.
see what I can do.
Yeah.
I'll call my people.
And see, there's no way God would sink a ship with a man wearing a sequin hoodie.
Yeah.
That
it's
does,
like,
nobody wants to see that at the bottom of the ocean.
Like a
that needs
hip-hop
to be out in the
Liberace.
ocean, open for everyone to see, silly.
yeah, it's a hip hop Liberace right there. That's great.
Hippalachi.
Hippalachi. It's very good. See, now I feel like those kids really missed out. They were really violent on that ship, but they missed out on the entertainment. Obviously, they didn't have a sense of humor because you wouldn't be stabbing people with butter knives. Just saying. You also do, before I forget, you do one of the characters on that show, the Tuttle Twins.
I do several characters on the show, the Tuttle Twins.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just one.
Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar, if your listeners are familiar with the Tuttle Twins. It was based on a popular book series by Connor Boyack.
Okay.
And here's the thing, it's going to turn your listeners off. It teaches kids stupid stuff that you don't want them to know. Like stuff about capitalism and their First Amendment rights, the Constitution, the free market, ethics and values, inflation. You don't want them learning that. We want our kids to know that there's 72 genders, and if they want to be a flying flamingo pink monster monkey for the rest of their life, then that's who they identify as. God bless them.
Yes. Where can we watch the Tuttle
This
Twins?
is it's on the Angel Studios app, but here's the
Okay.
cool thing. It is the #1 kids show that's been #1 crowdfunded kids show in the history of crowdfunding.
Cool.
We're jumping into our 3rd season, and we're totally outside of the Hollywood spectrum. So we're not answering to anybody. We're listening
That's
to
nice.
the people who watch the show
Yeah.
with their families and kids, and we create content based on that. And it's really, really good. It's funny. It's written by some really funny comedians.
Oh, nice.
And so there's adult humor, but
Okay.
it also
Which is clever because
which
parents
is
have
clever.
to watch it too.
It goes over the kids' heads, but parents get it, but it's not over the top.
Sure.
And it's also something where you can put the headphones on the kid with the tablet and not worry. You don't have to worry.
Yes.
They're not
Just
not
like
getting
normal stuff like what we had when we were kids. I have to go back and watch, but I feel like
Kind of.
I think it kind of got weird. It started in the 90s and it's gone totally bizarre. And it's like, why are kids watching this? And they'll sneak stuff in there. I'm like, holy shit, is this a kid show?
Right, and
what is going on?
It's simple things.
They're 5.
But it's simple things, but it makes kids question. And
Yes.
the worst thing I think you can do for a child in their development is confuse them.
Yes.
Don't confuse kids.
They're already,
they're already trying to figure this out. You are the parent. And
Right.
yes, you do need to take the helm and grab the reins and guide them and show them, look, this is how we do it in life.
Sure.
And the problem is school is failing them. It doesn't teach them how to play the game.
No.
It teaches them you need to go out and be equitable and fair and make sure that you let everybody go ahead of you because you're not as important. And that's not how really life works. Life works differently. And I'm not saying you need to go for your own, but you have to take care of yourself and you have to be able to defend yourself. And school doesn't teach those things. And it certainly doesn't equip you with the skills that you need once you leave it in order to be a functioning member of society.
It's true.
So, along with homeschooling and curriculum like that, we raise our kids on things like the Tuttle Twins and Khan
cool.
Academy and things like that
Very cool.
that teaches them those Well, those things that we need to know.
Well, they're going to be ahead of the curve, honestly. A lot of people make fun of the homeschool thing. I got to tell you, I went to a private school briefly, and then I went back to public school, and I could not believe how far behind the students were, and they were letting them graduate. They could barely read. They could barely write. And I was like, oh, this is going to be easy. Like, I didn't have to do anything for 3 years.
We've gone from teaching Latin in high school to having remedial English in college.
It's bad.
What's going on? There's something wrong.
It's by design,
and
yeah.
it is by design. And without getting too political, we only got a few minutes left, but it's because it's not the kids. Stop giving them pills. Stop. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Stop giving your elementary school kids drugs. Wait till they get into high school when they can make some money at it. For God's sake.
Exactly.
But you got all these kids out there that are getting diagnosed with these the HDMI or the HGTVs, and, right? And they're DIYing all over the place, and people are just throwing drugs at them when really
Sometimes
what they need to
OPP.
understand
Yeah.
is boys grow and learn differently than girls do, and this structure
And that's
that we
good.
have in this system in this country, which is basically to teach people how to be good employees and factory workers, is no longer viable. It's outdated.
Sure.
We don't need employees. We need employers, and we're
Exactly.
not teaching their kids that, and we're failing them. So.
that's true.
Yes, I'm part of the Tuttle. So to get back to the original point, the Tuttle Twins is a cartoon
Sounds
show
cute.
that teaches kids about the importance of what they have, and that is their own fundamental, individual, and inalienable rights.
I love that.
And that's important. And I play a little character named Derek. And the funny thing about Derek is he's a raccoon.
Cute.
And so he doesn't talk. He has squeaks and squawks. So it's so that's me, and a lot of screams because he's also the slapstick, guy that gets hit
Sure.
and stuff. But he's turned out to be a favorite. I'm a plush toy, which is exciting. So
I love
get
that.
yeah. So I get to give plush toys out for Christmas, and it's me. And
that's cool.
yeah, I'm one of the favorite characters, which is really. Oh, you know what's been really cool with it? They started doing these cameo things. You know those cameos where you can hire a celebrity to do a
Yes.
birthday greeting or something. So many Tuttle Twins fans. I've done over 25 of them.
Oh, I
for
love
fans
that.
who love the Tuttle Twins, and they love
That's
Derek,
so
and they like me.
nice.
So I'm really flattered, and
so
I love the
nice.
character, and I love where we're going with it.
I should have asked for that. You sent me a little clip for my birthday of you playing a saxophone. Was it a saxophone?
I do play the saxophone.
I did not. That was a very
Not
nice
well,
surprise.
but yeah, I do play.
I was not expecting to get a happy birthday saxophone message from you.
You're welcome.
But I got one, and
Happy
it was
birthday.
lovely. You also, last time I saw you, you're all over the place. You're doing cruises, but you're also touring the country, and you also just did, wasn't it a dry bar comedy special?
No, I didn't do dry bar. I did the opposite. I did an open bar.
Sorry, wrong one.
No, that's fine. Dry bar
Slightly
won't
less-
have me.
less Mormon.
You know what's funny? I can get on Angel Studios to do Tuttle Twins all day long,
But you
but dry bar won't have my comedy.
you're not going to Provo.
Yeah. So
You're not going to Utah.
you know what though?
Open bar, definitely the opposite. Sorry.
Open bar.
Open
Here's the
bar.
thing. There's nothing wrong with clean comedy. I love. I do clean comedy on the ships. I can do it.
Yes.
It's just easier not to, and I'm like
Yes.
water, baby. Least resistance. So.
Yeah. I don't like to think too much.
Yeah,
with my
and
comedy.
neither do
It's
my
like, it's
audiences.
Like, have no filter.
Right.
You know.
So
Neither do the audience.
open bar is comedy where comics get to be comics and they do their own act and they're not hindered or
Very
tied
cool.
their hands by language restrictions or anything
Now,
like
is that an app we have to go to at Open Bar to see
No,
it?
Open Bar is openbar.com or openbarcomedy.com. I'll have to double check on that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But they're gaining followers, and it's really exciting. We're on our way to getting 1 million subscribers.
Very cool.
And my special is going to be released sometime between February and April, I believe.
Ooh, was
And-
I allowed to mention it? Sorry.
Oh, absolutely.
Too
yeah.
late now.
Yeah. I'm really
I
excited
got the
about
inside
it.
scoop. 'Cause
I'm
I knew
really
where you were
excited.
headed. Okay.
Yeah. I'm really excited about it. And I got
That's
to
so
be on, the special I'm on is with two other guys, John Mulrooney, who, I don't know if you remember back in the day when Joan Rivers had her own talk show.
Oh,
And
I love Joan
And then
Rivers.
Carson had her thrown out because he didn't like her politics or whatever, and she
Really?
made him mad. Well, John Mulrooney was the one that took over for her. I got a fly buzzing in my
Is there a
face.
gnat in
I
here?
shouldn't have rolled
Is it
around
be-
in shit before I got
No,
here.
it was the cinnamon roll.
It certainly wasn't, because even the cinnamon roll, even the fly knows the cinnamon roll needs to
Cinnamon
have a
roll
little
was
frosting on it.
Less attractive. That's actually really funny. What did you
anyway.
wear for your special? Viewers want to know.
No, they don't. No,
I'd like to
nobody would want to know what this wears. Honestly,
I-
you wore something, right?
I was very curious.
Yeah, I could wear a burlap sack. No, you know what I wore is my regular thing. I wear a black shirt normally. I wear some pants that kind of catch some eyes. I wear
I
these.
do like the big
I
boots.
wear my big ass boots.
Those are pretty solid.
Yeah, these
you
are great
must
boots.
be really fun in airports.
Those are my wee boots. No, I don't wear them in airports anymore. Because I got
Really?
TSA pre-check, so I wouldn't have to take off my shoes, and they make me take these off because there's so much metal in them.
Do they even through the pre-check? No.
No, they're the worst.
I thought we were allowed to do anything we want. That's
No,
why
not
I paid
anything.
for it.
No, because I still set off. Because if you try it though. You set off the alarm even in pre-check, they'll make you go back.
No.
Oh, they're ridiculous. Listen. If you work for TSA pre-check, I'm sorry, die in a fire. I just can't stand. These people are just so power hungry. Nobody sees this, right? Because, oh my God.
No, they are.
I've had so many I don't get crazy at airports because
they make me crazy.
Right. Because
I'm
old enough to remember 9/11. So
yes.
I don't get crazy at airports.
Yes.
But I almost did recently because I'm so tired of the power. I bought a 3.5 milliliter bottle of clear vanilla. Extract out of Mexico. And
sounds delicious.
They confiscated it and said,
the ingredient that was missing from your cinnamon roll today.
They said that I could be a terror threat with my 3.5 milliliters of vanilla. So I could do one of two things. I could dump it. No, I could do one of three things. I could check it, so I could put it in my bag as a terror threat.
Which
so as long as it's in the underbelly of the fucking plane,
where we can't see
it's safe.
It's safe. Yeah.
Right. As long as the bomb isn't anywhere we can see it, you can bring it on.
Perfect.
Or I could dump it out, or I could drink it right there.
Oh, what a lovely
option. I thought to myself, and I actually said this out loud, and I was because I was getting pissed. And I said, you expect me to drink pure vanilla? I said, do you even know what this does? I said, your grandmother's cookies probably tasted like shit. And I let him through that vanilla away, and I walked.
Good. Did he frown?
Sons of bitches.
They're terrible.
You know what?
And they want to be so politically correct, and so they'll check my hair a lot. Let's just say they check my hair a lot, and they don't want to check other people, and it's like I get searched a lot. Once it was like clogs. Like, okay, that's my fault for wearing clogs. They were in style at the moment, but still.
When did you go through the airport? 1692.
Kind of. I was like,
were they made out of wood?
Yes.
I'm delivering tulips to my grandmother.
It was a weird look.
They're wearing our wooden clogs. Oh, I'm going to break this couch.
Don't shake on that tiny couch.
Yeah, I know, jeez.
But again, not a terrorist. It was not. It was a bit overkill. I'm like, okay.
Can you imagine being a shoe bomber with a wooden shoe? You're in there with a piece of flint. Come on. Get it.
Ignite. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, that's why I'm surprised people are going so bananas on the planes lately, because they're so strict with the TSA.
And you know somebody's going to pull out a phone.
Yeah.
You know you're going viral if you raise your voice on a plane.
Yeah. And people are like puking and shitting and climbing over seats and screaming, opening doors.
You know what's worse? You know what they're doing? You know what the trend is now?
No.
They're getting mad at people for leaning back in their seats.
It's, this is my space. You're in my space. It's like, well, the seat reclines. I'm sorry, it's a 9-hour flight, asshole. I'm moving the seat.
I paid for the reclining seat. How am I in your space?
Recline yours, and then you got more space.
Or they can't recline theirs because they didn't pay for a reclining seat, but they get mad because their table moves. I mean, who's in the wrong here? There's literally, it's almost like a flat earth argument because there's people that are literally angry at the people for leaning back.
Yes.
Well, I'm not the engineer.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking design this thing. It does what it does.
Or
it do what it do, baby.
Or fly Spirit, and then all of us can be miserable.
Fly Spirit, and you just hold a handrail and stand up.
Yeah, it's so bad. That's the worst.
They're not real airplanes.
What is that?
It's a bus. Somebody slaps some pictures of clouds on the windows.
Yeah.
I've never been honked at 37,000 feet before.
Yeah, it felt like a long trip.
And you know it's
Vegas.
ghetto when the captain gets up mid-flight and goes, "Listen, I'm gonna need $20 for gas from you all motherfuckers on this one."
That's exactly what it was like.
Let's go, Brandon.
That's exactly what it's like. And I thought I was saving money, and it's like, $100 for your bag, and you want a seatbelt? You have to have a seatbelt.
They'll nickel and dime you for
$45 for the
everything.
seatbelts.
Oh my God. Oh, just to add, the seats are so uncomfortable. It's like, can I get this bag of broken seashells removed before I? Now that'll be another $49 to remove them broken seashells if you want them removed. Oh my
God, it's pretty bad. Do you remember when planes used to have like blankets and pillows?
I remember.
Real food.
I remember when you could smoke a cigarette on a plane.
Really? I remember the ashtrays, but they were welded shut by the time I was on.
Oh, really?
You had the whole experience.
No,
they smoked on the plane.
They sure did.
Ooh, I missed the golden years.
You know what though? Can I tell you something? Maybe it was just because I was a kid and I was sitting ass level. But here's.
You're below the smoke.
You'd think that the whole place would just be completely clouded with smoke, right?
It wasn't.
You could barely smell it, and I'll tell you why.
Circulating.
The circulation in those airplanes are better than in an average operating room.
Yeah.
They're absolutely
So are you saying we did not need masks for 3 years?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Hinting?
I didn't say that. Science did.
Oh, the trust the science. Yes, I love that about you.
No, you didn't trust the science. You trusted your TV is what you trusted. Anyway, we don't want to get political.
But it's really fun.
We're not going to get political.
Travel's gotten a little bit better.
We're not gonna
it's like,
get
well,
politics.
it's like, some things are better, and then people are still going crazy. So it's like, what's worse?
Yeah,
now they're going crazy. We had 3 years of terror, and now that we're free again, They're a little too free.
The thing is, though, with all my travel now, with going over around the world, because Carnival is really cool about it. They do travel me around the world, and I've got racked up a lot of miles. Is I don't. It's almost like domestic. It's almost like domestic abuse, right? I don't agree with it, but I understand it. The people freaking out in airplanes, I don't agree with it, but I understand it.
Yeah, one guy flipped on a crying baby, but he's like, "It's been 45 motherfucking minutes." I was like, "All right, fair enough."
Okay, but
we were all thinking it.
But right, the thing is, babies cry, asshole. And here's the thing: who's more obnoxious right now?
Yeah, he was like real loud.
Yeah.
The whole plane was like, "Sir, sir."
What are you gonna do? I mean, this is not the season finale of MASH. What are you gonna fucking strangle the thing?
MASH.
You know what I mean? Maybe it's because I'm a father, but I've gotten a lot more patient about that. Yeah, it's annoying, and nobody likes to hear babies cry. The thing is, babies don't understand what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And why do people need to be bringing them on a plane? It's why, don't bring babies into movie theaters.
Exactly.
They're not gonna. Don't bring children to Disneyland.
Yeah, that's
It's not a place for kids.
It's not. No, I have a great time there, but it's not fun for them. We're just about out of time. But thank you.
I think we made some real progress here, Lauren. Rachel.
I feel like we do. That's why I said I only have one cue card. We only answered 3 of the questions.
Did we get through 3 of the questions?
Yeah, but
you came with show prep.
I mean, they're pretty solid.
I am honored.
For those that tuned in late, I'm with a comedian and a voice-over actor.
An actor. The film I was in, Advanced Chemistry, came out this last weekend.
Actor Alex Elkin, and you can find him on Alex Elkin Comedy on Instagram.
Yeah, Alex.Elkin Comedy because of the
specifically.
We talked about.
And then and your TikTok is a comic bomb.
Yeah, it's true. I
love
that a lot.
I like the pun.
They were playing Oppenheimer on the ship.
How uplifting.
Opposite of my show.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, they went to the movie because they heard there was gonna be less of a bomb.
Thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I had a good time,
Next time
Lauren,
we will
Rachel.
have a real cinnamon roll for you.
And a couch that I can sit on comfortably.
I should have switched you. Sorry. I honestly was worried about the same thing.
Can we get rid of the broken seashells though? Maybe.
Next flight. Thanks for being here. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.